first day of the 31 days of Pilates challenge. I'm so excited to get going. Today is going to be a really gentle hangover workout, but it's going to feel quite heavy on your core. I want you to still feel on the 1st of January like you've worked out and you're reaching your goals as soon as you hit the new year. I hope you all had a great New Year's Eve. I hope you drank everything in sight and really celebrated that last blowout of New Year's. Or if you had a chilled one, I still hope you had an amazing night. My night was quite chilled myself. So, excuse the fact that I don't have a mat. I've just ordered a mat because my old one has paw prints all over it because I have a little dog and he walked all over the mat. So I've just ordered a new one, so ignore that for today because it should be here by tomorrow. Perfect. What I'd like to do is just go through some Pilates fundamentals before we get started. Something for you guys to come back to before every session, because I can't go through this every session, but I feel like as it's the first video, we can go through it and then you can kind of revise and remember that and follow those fundamentals through to the other videos. So I want you to place your feet together like so. And from here, I want you to turn outwards. So your feet have made a V position and then turn outwards again so they're pointing forward. This will bring you to hip distance apart. Okay, so we're going to go through some alignment of the body. I want you to tilt your weight forwards and backwards on your feet. So you're tilting your weight into the toes of your feet and then you're tilting back into the heels of your feet. So this is just distributing your weight, and I want you to make that movement smaller and smaller until you find an equal weight distribution between the two. So I'll be somewhere in the middle. Slight bend in your knees. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see. We're going to go into full anterior, which is pushing your pelvis forward, and full posterior tilt. We're looking for neutral spine here. So this is a way of finding it. So we're going to start really big tilts, really exaggerating that movement, and then we're going to get smaller and smaller until we find that middle ground between the two, which would be our neutral spine. So just a very natural curve in the back of your spine. Some people have a slightly heavier curve, so you might need to do a few more tilts if you're quite lordotic, which means you have quite a lower back, heavy kind of tilt forward. So just do a few to find that neutral spine, and this is something I want you to come back to. Lovely. We're going to draw attention to our rib cage. So in Pilates, we make a lower rib to hip connection. We're always trying to sort of push down that lower rib to your hip. So I want you to imagine I'm behind you with a corset, you're in the Moulin Rouge, and I'm tightening that corset really tight. Your abs are going to go in and tuck down slightly. So this is going to create a nice neutral alignment and that rib to hip connection. Beautiful. We're going to roll back our shoulders here. Nice shoulder retraction. Do a couple of these, and we're just going to have that collarbone open, smiling. Our shoulders are away from our ears. Our neck is nice and long, and we've got the Pilates double chin, which is just a slight tuck of the chin, as if you're trying to give yourself a bit of a double chin. Though you'll probably see me have a double chin many times in these videos, and that's how you're supposed to look. So lovely. We're going to go through some breathing. So you take your hands to your rib cage. In Pilates, we inhale through our nose and we exhale through pursed lips. Do a few more of these. This is lateral breathing, controlled breathing. And if you're ever feeling stressed, if you come back to this breathing method, it calms down your parasympathetic nervous system. Just going to take an inhale. I want you to feel that air expanding through the side of your lungs, and exhale as you feel it all come back down. One more. Lovely. From here, please draw your attention to your core. This is really important. If we're not engaging our deep core muscles and our pelvic floor muscles in Pilates, we're actually not doing Pilates, we're just exercising. So it's really important. So I want you to imagine you have a string from this hip bone to this hip bone. You can put your 2 index fingers on the inside of those hip bones. I want you to imagine you've got a string from your pubic bone to your belly button. So it's going upwards. The string that's going across is your deep core muscles. We call them, the correct name, sorry, is the transverse abdominis. So they're like a really deep core muscles and your core stabilizers as well. Your pelvic floor muscles, you're going to imagine it's this line going up. In the nicest way, in the politest way, if you're holding in a wee or a fart, you're engaging your pelvic floor muscles. So that's kind of what that feels like. I want you to imagine to engage both lines. Whenever we exhale in Pilates, we engage both lines. So you're pulling inwards, but also upwards, up one level on like an elevator with your core. So if you do that movement, you should actually feel the contraction on the inside of your hip bones. The same, you'd feel a little contraction on your bicep. You can feel that there. So you can always bring your hands on the inside of your fingers, on the inside of your hip bone, and just double check if you can feel that contraction throughout the movements. So with that, I think we can get started. We're going to start with some roll downs. So we're going to take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest and start rolling through that upper spine. Curving down vertebrae by vertebrae, so you're moving really slowly and tucking over your knees. Take an inhale to prepare at the bottom. Exhale, start restacking that spine until you're back in your starting position. Another inhale. Exhale, start rolling down. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, start restacking that spine vertebrae by vertebrae. So we're starting with the lower spine, thoracic spine, then up. Inhale. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, rolling down through that spine. So you reach the bottom, and from here I want you to walk out into a plank. And then come down onto your belly. Lovely. Move to the side as I feel like you can probably see me better. Facing down, I want your eye line to be down towards the floor in front of you. So you're looking down towards the mat or the floor, whatever you have down. Your arms are going to be out, so your elbows are in line with your shoulders. Your hands start here and then tuck them in, so they're kind of pointing towards your face. Legs come together, your knees and your heels are touching together on the ground. Take an inhale to prepare. Neck is nice and long, chin is tucked slightly in. Exhale, raise that upper body, squeezing your core and your glutes. When you're ready, you can add in your legs as well, squeezing them at the same time. Squeezing everything in. Three more. That's your last one. Pushing up into a cobra stretch. Nice big inhale. Exhale, try to deepen. Stretch and then pushing up into child's pose. Nice big breath here. Exhale. And rolling around onto your back. Right, from here, I want you to have your legs hip distance apart. We're going to go into a reverse plank position. So you're going to have your hands underneath your shoulders. We're going to push up to that position. Eye line is to the ceiling. Touch the chin slightly. Inhale, exhale, raise that left leg and down. Exhale up, inhale down, squeezing the belly, pointing the toes. Looking up to that ceiling. Pushing up through that hips. Slight bend in your elbows if you need. Lovely. Shake it out. Big shake. We're going to be doing the same thing, but a slight variation. So we're going to push up into our reverse plank. We're going to be doing a tricep dip from that position. So once again, find that under your shoulder. Hand position, push up. We're going to bend on our inhale. Exhale, push up. Bending into those triceps. Moving through your arms only and squeezing that core. So we're going to push up again. So find that hands underneath your shoulder position. Pushing up again, legs are hip distance apart. Looking up towards the ceiling. Just want to really make sure your hands are under your shoulders here. We're going to take, you can have a slight bend in those elbows. You can take an inhale to prepare, exhale. Knee comes in to chest and back out. Pushing with your breath. 2 more on each side. And down. Woo! Spicy, spicy, spicy. From here, lie it back onto your back. You can remove the clip. Gonna be doing a one-legged V-sit. Just take a breath here. I know that planking is quite horrible. Love it. Making sure your legs are hip distance apart, your knees, your hips, your feet are all in line with each other. You're going to take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, I want you to really slowly come up and touch that ankle. Inhale back down. Exhale, slowly touch your other ankle. Inhale. Try and come up higher if you can. Squeezing that belly in. Lovely. Hold for a second. If you manage to get the stability to hold for a second at the top, I recommend it. Putting that extra time under tension on your core. We've got 4 more on each side. Nice and slow, controlled. Really feel that burn. Woo! 2 more. On each side. Will you get excited? 1 more. Ah! Beautiful. And here we're going to go into some circles. So if any of you do Reformer Pilates, very similar exercise we're going to do now is what you would do in Reformer. However, in Reformer, you actually have that added resistance in this exercise. It actually makes it easier. It gives you some stability, some sort of friction to work with, whereas, yeah, in mat, it actually puts more strain on your core muscles. So, I want you to sit up almost in like a half cobra position, so your head is facing kind of the wall. The ceiling, sorry, so that eye line, kind of like our reverse plank. We're going to inhale. Exhale, I want you to inhale, our legs have raised to the ceiling. Lovely. If you can't have them straight, you can have a slight bend. Exhale, circle round. Inhale, raise. Exhale, circle. Inhale, raise. Inhale, exhale, circle. Squeezing those core muscles in, making sure you're staying stable on the other parts of your body. 2 more. 1 more. Lovely. Tucking them in slightly. We do one foot in one direction, have to do the other. So we're going to do our circles in the opposite direction. Coming on, short forearms. Legs are going to go back up. This time we're going to inhale down, exhale round. Inhale down, squeeze that core. Three more. So we've got our bicycle crunch now. Slightly different to a normal gym exercise, bicycle crunch. Both legs are going to be in tabletop. Arms are going to come up really slowly. Move your knee in with your elbow so it's more slow than a normal gym one. Back out. Stay on that same side. Lovely. Squeezing that core. Really small movement, really effective though. 3 more. Lovely. From here, we're going to go onto the other side, give them a little break, back up, and really small, controlled movement, engaging those deep core muscles by pulling up and in with your core. Three more. Coming back down. Beautiful. Wow. It's not nice. Not nice at all. Okay, from here, we're going to draw up for our head again. Our legs are going to extend in front of us and they're going to cross over. Scissors, scissors. Inhale, cross. Exhale out. Engaging that core. 4 more. Lovely. Coming back up. It's the end of our session today. We're just going to do a couple of stretches. I know some of you are probably feeling quite worse for wear today. I think it's good just to stretch out the body. Start with some head circles. And from here, go the other direction. My little clip. From here, I want you to place your hands facing towards the back of the ceiling behind you. Lovely. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, push up through those shoulder bones into that shoulder joint. Lovely. Inhale. Exhale, push further into that stretch. Another inhale, exhale even further. Come back out of that stretch. I want you to take your left hand and create a bit of traction on the mat. Inhale, opposite arm comes up. Exhale, twist over. Another inhale here. Exhale further into that stretch, making sure your opposite sitting bone is staying on that mat. Now exhale further into that stretch. And back round to the other side. Inhale. My head's falling up. Exhale round. Inhale. Exhale deep in that stretch. Inhale again. Exhale even deeper. Lovely. Left hand is going to face forward. Right hand is going to face back. And take an inhale, push up onto your fingertips. Exhale up and turn round, adding some rotation in. Inhale, exhale, rotating through that spine, facing the wall behind you. Another inhale, exhale, deepen that stretch. Back around, swap your hands up onto your fingertips. Exhale, turning around. Inhale, up and round again. On the exhale. Inhale, deepen that stretch further. And there you are, you're all done. Thank you for joining me on day 1 of 31 days of Pilates.